Hey guys. Oh, is the camera wonky? I don't even know. I don't think it's wonky. If I don't think it's wonky, then it's not wonky, because opinions are facts, mainly when they come out my mouth. iNabber, who is a fellow commentary channel about the same size as me, basically he filmed a interview with my bestest of buddies, Gabbie Hanna. And let's just say, when I watched it the first time, maybe it was because I was watching it like as soon as I woke up in the morning and I just wasn't really thinking as critically as I do a few hours later and a few coffee cups later. But then I did drink a few extra cups and I watched it again and I was pissed. And then I went on Twitter and I saw Petty Page, sis, I see you, making a whole thread about it, and I was like, no, I am pissed. I really am pissed. No, this confirms it. I am fucking pissed. I'll just roll the clip. I did not think it was gonna get to this. I thought me and Nabber were, you know, fine. I don't know, man. I have no explanation for this, but roll the clip.
Commentators started coming out and basically complaining and attacking Gabbie Hanna. Complaining and attacking Gabbie Hanna.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
No tea, no shade, even though we both filmed videos about Gabbie Hanna and both put the word scammer in the title. But I'm the one that attacks and I'm the one that complains. Gabbie Hanna said she doesn't watch hate videos.
First of all, I don't watch videos about me ever.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard to like sit through like 20 minutes of somebody like talking about you.
That is absolute bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why. When Kenza Cosmetics, the scam, happened, she made a video where she basically said, manage your expectations. We all know that one. It was a true classic and it will stay on the internet and it will remain iconic in this whole debacle. Is that how you say that word? That sounded not like a real word. So in the tags of the video, she put me, but she spelled my name wrong, Marky, and I'm sure a few other names of drama channels that spoke about her. Not just drama channels, not just like commentary, drama, whatever the you want to call them at this point. I don't even want a label. Like, don't even give me a label. I am Angelika. A bit of a cunt. I don't know, sis. But subscribe, because, you know, it's kind of fun around here. We don't judge people. I mean, we do a lot, but we judge them as a unison. She put specific names of people that spoke about this situation in the tags, which would mean that she saw the videos, which would also mean that she knew what we said about her because she watched the video. Because how would you know what someone said about you if you didn't watch the video? So for you to be like, oh, I don't watch hate videos, I'm too good for that. I'm not gonna sit there and watch people tell me how I f***ed up so that I can make it better. No, why would I do that? Why would I do that when I can just reject all responsibility and deny the allegations? Because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know that I was scamming people until the commentary channels told me that I was scamming people. So that was my main thing. That kind of doesn't link to Kenza bullying or anything else. It's just overall she said she doesn't watch hate videos, which I would understand, but she refers to them as hate videos a lot. Overall, I think if too many people are making videos that have very similar titles about a sponsorship that you just did and they're accusing you of being a scammer, you should probably watch at least one or two of them to get a general, you know, idea of what's happening, because maybe, just maybe, you're actually at fault. I know, absolutely shocking. Another thing that she kind of mentioned it during the Kenza thing where she thought people were blowing it out of proportion. Then what I kind of didn't understand is when they started talking about her Leave It in 2018 video, which I actually didn't like. Because she didn't address anything that she was supposed to address. Bullying of the girl, Kenza Cosmetics, manage expectations. Like, those are all things that people wanted. Like, when they saw that video, they were like, okay, that's gonna be in there. And then they click on it and none of that is in there. She just kind of brushes over everything. But iNabber kind of defended that video and said that it was like, there was nothing wrong with it. I think there was everything wrong with it. Not because of what she said, but because of what she didn't say. It was like an opportunity to round up 2018 and just say, I'm sorry. Here's how I up, here's how I'm gonna fix it, and I'm sorry. But she didn't do that. She just swiftly brushed over everything and thought that that would be enough, that that would suffice, and that would in some way make it all better, and it didn't. I just feel like I would have definitely gone in a little bit stronger on the video, because the video, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sorry. And it rubbed a lot of her fans the wrong way, because the comments under that video aren't great. So iNabber asked her if she watched his videos on her, and she said no, and she laughed.
You know I didn't watch your video.
And by the face, he seems quite upset about that, and I would be too, because that's kind of disrespectful to get in touch with someone to do an interview about a situation, but you didn't watch the videos that the person made on you on that situation. It would just seem a little bit more reasonable to do some research on what his opinion is on the situation before you go in and speak to him about the situation. So she says she didn't watch his videos, which is fine, okay. But then when she speaks about why she chose iNabber to do the interview, she says that she knows from his videos that he's not malicious and that he would not spin this in a negative way.
I mean, I think there's some people who are just like, fuck Gabbie, I hate her, but no, I don't think that you were being malicious just because I know your content personally. You know I didn't watch your video.
So did you watch his videos or didn't you? And this is just another proof of her contradicting herself. Do you watch people's videos or do you not watch people's videos on you? Because you say you don't, but all the evidence points in the direction that you do. The tags, the fact that you link your points back to the criticisms that we said on you, and then the fact that you say you knew that iNabber wouldn't be malicious and he wouldn't spin this in a different way. Does that mean the rest of us are fucking malicious because we called out your scamming the same way iNabber did? Like, we all did the same shit. Whether you like to hear it or not, the guy you did an interview with made a video about you and the title called you a scammer. I made a video about you and the title called you a scammer. Marky made a video about you and the title called you a fucking scammer. We're all in the same fucking boat. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're gonna call me malicious or someone else malicious, you're calling iNabber malicious at the same time, but you know, that's just my 2 cents. It's okay. Now, let's get into the truth and her not being able to take the truth. She says that she prides herself on being able to take criticism and being good at taking criticism.
I've always prided myself, and like people in my life prided me on, like, you're so good at taking constructive criticism. I mean, I think there's some people who are just like, Gabbie, I hate her. Because I'm not watching these hate videos, which, by the way, if everybody's like mad at me for not watching these, can I not say hate videos actually?
Critique videos?
Yeah, critique videos, because like I don't want people to think that I'm just watching the videos as like hate. Like, I understand the critique. Hate video is just like the word for like, this person hates me. If I see a video with my like face on the thumbnail, I will like click show me less videos like this, not interested, whatever. And I don't know if that's like a normal thing to do, but for like who I am and like the way my brain works, I can't see it, I can't look at it.
So the first thing that people tagged me in on Twitter, these screenshots of Gabbie Hanna's story after I posted my most recent Gabbie Hanna video. Gabbie Hanna posted on her story, and this is not like, she didn't at me or anything. She posted on her story a chat that she has with her sister. Gabbie Hanna saved her sister as her full name. What I'm thinking is she did this for the purpose of this screenshot exactly, this conversation. I don't think this was just a natural conversation with her sister. I think this was a staged conversation. This girl was like, oh, she said her sister sent her memes and she didn't even know about them, but we all know she watched them herself and wanted to make some money off of it.
Welcome to the internet, where people will say what they want and present as fact. Do you still stand by that after this whole situation? Would you still believe that there's people out there taking things and are misconstruing it as facts?
I mean, yeah. I'm not saying everybody does that, but of course there's people out there saying that. Like when my little sister texted me, that's my little sister. But then like the next move was, she texted me and was like, oh my god, there's people out there saying that like I'm not actually your sister, and now people are saying that you like fake this text. And it's like, I mean, I think there's some people who are just like, Gabbie, I hate her.
And she basically then says that she doesn't watch critical videos. We're gonna call them critical videos, not hate videos, because they're not hate videos. I didn't make a video saying that I hate you and I want you to die. I made videos saying that you scammed your fans and then you told them to manage their expectations. There is no lie there. There is no allegation there. That is literally just what you did. So I don't think my video was a hate video, and I don't hate you. I don't care about you enough to hate you. I don't know you enough to hate you. You say you pride yourself on being able to take criticism, but then you don't watch critical videos of you because you're scared of watching them. So you're not good at taking criticism because you don't watch videos that clearly point out problems with you, your channel, your sponsorships, or the way you do things. That's criticism, that's not hate. And if you were good at taking criticism, you'd be able to watch that video without getting butthurt about it. Because I don't think any of us, like I haven't watched a single video about Gabbie Hanna where the person genuinely hates her. Like, and it's clear that they hate her. All the videos that I've seen were basically saying, you did this and you shouldn't have done this and this is how you can fix it. That's criticism. If you pride yourself on being able to take criticism, then you should be able to watch that video and take some kind of a lesson away from that, instead of just saying that everyone hates you and everyone's against you. No, we're literally just saying you f***ed up. That's it. And then constantly throughout the video, she will start like tearing up or start saying something that might sound like an excuse. And then she's like, I'm not the victim. I'm not trying to make myself the victim. But like, you already did make yourself the victim. So if you just follow that up with, I'm not trying to play the victim, that doesn't cancel out the fact that you just played the victim. It's like, you know when people do that thing where they say something offensive and then they go, no offense. Like, just because you say no offense doesn't mean that the offensive thing is any less offensive now. So just because you said, I'm not playing the victim after doing something that would be seen as playing the victim in any other normal situation, doesn't mean you're not playing the victim. It doesn't just cancel it out. That's just not how it works. I'm sorry. So Gabbie Hanna, sorry comment, that wasn't really hate, but wasn't really nice either. It was just like an opinion on her pictures, I guess. She screenshotted it, put it on her Instagram story, and didn't blur out the name or anything. And basically that led to the girl getting a shit ton of basically death threats in her DMs. And then the girl messages Gabbie and is like, yo, what the fuck? And Gabbie's like, well, opinions are hate, love. And that rubbed me the wrong way. Then she tries to kind of fix that towards the end, and then she kind of tries to make it seem like she's the bigger person when really she's not, because she's literally 27 years old. And she will turn 28 on the 7th of February. So she's basically 28 years old. That's a 28-year-old woman that tried to basically make a minor get a taste of her own medicine by sending her fans to bully her. She basically said that the girl left previous comments before that as well. That wasn't the only comment the girl left, but that was the comment that got blown out of proportion. The girl said that Gabbie Hanna is basically displaying anorexic behavior. Now, if you call someone anorexic, I would just like to remind you guys that anorexic isn't a body type. It does not mean extremely underweight. That isn't anorexic. Anorexic isn't a body type. Anorexic is a behavior that you display. It's a mental disorder. It's a way of thinking. So calling Gabbie Hanna anorexic isn't talking about her body. It's talking about her behavior and the behavior she's displaying and portraying to her young and impressionable audience. So the girl basically said that she's displaying anorexic behavior, and Gabbie Hanna says that rubbed her the wrong way because she came a long way from her eating disorder that she had a few years back. And at that moment I was like, okay, I would definitely understand why that would piss you off if you had an eating disorder and then you battled that eating disorder and you won against that eating disorder and someone tells you that you're anorexic. That would rub you the wrong way because anorexia is an eating disorder. But then she follows that up with, I just starved myself for 2 weeks for the Honestly music video, so that rubbed me the wrong way.
She was saying that I was anorexic and promoting negative body image. And it took me like a long time to get over my eating disorder. And I'm inspiring girls to like change themselves and they're not okay with themselves. And at that point, that was when Honestly was coming out and I had just like starved myself for like 2 weeks straight. And then all the comments were about how like my ass was flat because I like wasn't eating. So like it was just like I try so hard to like promote like body positivity. So that comment just like triggered me because it took me so long to like get there.
Maybe she was worried about you, and maybe she was worried about the effect you have on any little girls watching you or boys, and she just called you out in a way that was too blunt. I'm sorry, but that's not really the best example to give people, you know, starving yourself for a music video. And you're trying to be so body positive, and then you follow that up with you starving yourself for 2 weeks. So those are the kind of like contradicting points that I'm talking about. This is like the best example of her contradicting herself a lot. Even within just one sentence, she manages to say points that are very different. So it's very difficult for me to believe anything she says when she contradicts herself that much. So it's like, what is the truth? Have you finished battling your eating disorder and that's why you were angry? Or is it that you still have an eating disorder and you were angry because she pointed it out and you don't want to hear that? Either way, I understand how that comment would have pissed you off, but you basically gave two different explanations of why that would piss you off. And now I don't know which one to believe. Then she apologizes towards the end of the video. She says she doesn't want to skip that part of the video out, which I respect. I'm glad she kind of brought the attention back to the apology after, you know, an hour of an interview. And she basically, and then she goes, I'm actually sorry as fuck, haha. And she laughs. And then she actually goes into a genuine apology, which I would have believed if she didn't start with this kind of an introduction to her apology. That sounded so just, that's not the start of a genuine apology. But then she follows up with a genuine apology. So I'm not sure if she's trying to do this for like comedic relief. It doesn't sound like you're actually sorry for what you did. It just sounds like you're saying it because now you feel like you have to say it because you lost so many subscribers. But she does follow up with a really decent apology, like really genuine sounding, and really sounds like, you know, she's actually sorry. But because she started it off like that, I just don't really know what to believe. I don't know, I just felt it was so all over the place. Like her tone, her mood, it was just so all over the place that I didn't know what was real and what wasn't, what was genuine and what wasn't genuine. Final thoughts from me. This is my opinion and you can express yours in the comment section down below, even if you disagree with me, but it does not mean you have to call me names or anything like that, and I won't call you names. I feel like it could have been done with Marky. Realistically, I brought Marky up a few times because he was the first guy to speak about this whole situation. But I feel like Gabbie wouldn't go with Marky because Marky was too blunt. Now she could have gone with me and I'm also too blunt, and she basically thinks I'm a hate channel that hates her, and I'm basically calling her a manipulator and I'm attacking her, so clearly I'm not a good fit. But iNabber did a good job of keeping it fair, grown up, mature, and not bully sounding. He made it sound like a very professional interview. So this is nothing against iNabber. A few times I saw that she would give an answer that he wasn't completely satisfied with and he would make the face but he wouldn't follow up. I feel like I wish he had followed up a few times and said, do you want to just explain that a little bit more, sis? I don't believe that she's 100% sorry. I don't think I'll ever believe that she's 100% sorry because of the reasons I just gave you throughout this video. Contradicting herself, the different tone and vibe and mood changes that she had throughout the video, the really not genuine start of the apology followed by a genuine apology. It's a slippery slope, I guess, with apologies. It's like, what's good, what isn't? You never know until you say the apology and get the feedback, I guess. I mean, I'm still due for my apology for something. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and sometimes on Fridays, but sometimes I'll skip out Sundays like this week because I kind of felt like doing that. Follow me on my socials, they'll be on screen right now in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.